In this video, I'm going to show you how to land 5 clients in 1 week using a platform called Upwork. For those who haven't heard of Upwork, it's a platform that connects businesses to freelancers and professionals. I personally use Upwork to scale to £17,000 per month in less than 90 days. So whether you're looking to land your first client or whether you're looking to scale to 6 figures, it's a fantastic platform to utilize. In today's video, I'm going to be going through how to optimize your profile, how to write amazing job applications, and how to increase your interview close rate. But before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe if you're getting value from this content. Also, I want you to comment down below what outreach strategies you're using in your own agency. The best comment gets my entire Upwork template file, including screening questions and cover letters. So grab a notepad and your favorite warm beverage and let's get into it. So step 1 is to create an Upwork account, and we do this by going to upwork.com. Upwork as a platform has 2 different sides, the freelancer side and the client side. In today's video, we're going to be applying to the freelancer side. The application process on Upwork's website takes about 20 minutes. However, I already have an account, so let's go straight into the back end. So here we can see my Upwork profile, and this is on the back end once you get into the platform. So you can see here at the top, I have a professional photograph, and you're going to want to have a professional photograph because that is the first impression that a client is going to get of you. Then you can see my job success score, my location and things like that. And if we scroll down here, we can see what I specialize in. So Facebook and Google ads for my agency. Now the bio is really important because it tells the client what you specialize in. So it mightn't be Facebook or Google ads for you. Maybe it's Snapchat ads, maybe it's TikTok ads, maybe it's social media management, but it's important you put down here what you specialize in so the client is crystal clear on what you offer. So if we scroll further down, we can see my bio. So your bio is really, really important because it gives the client an indication of your experience, who you've worked with. You know, it goes into the intricacies of what your service actually offers. Just tells them a little bit more about yourself. So let's go through mine in detail here. The first thing I have here is a testimonial. So this is a really, really good way to hook the client in and, you know, show them somewhere you've worked in the past where they've given you a really, really good review. So you can see here, I say, I was dubious about Facebook ads before I met Dylan. My ROI has been phenomenal and my business is absolutely thriving. I never thought we'd be able to scale this quickly. Can't recommend Dylan and Maverick Socials enough. And that is a previous client of mine. So this is a little trick I use in Upwork to build that authority and that credibility with the client straight away. You can see I use 5-star emojis to build that, to catch the client's eye almost immediately. And if we scroll down, then I say, are you ready to take your Facebook ad to the next level? I am an expert in creating and building, managing successful ad campaigns for businesses and individuals alike. Whether you need help building your brand from the ground up or need your current ads managed and optimized, I am the perfect fit to help. So a little bit of an introduction here, you know, just some copy around who I am and what I do. Then I go on to say I have worked with a multitude of clients from startups to small businesses and multi-million-dollar brands. I love working with people who are passionate about their business. So bringing it back to the client, you know, I like working with business owners, whether you're a beginner or whether you're down the line and you're actually doing multi-million dollars in revenue. The industries I have worked in include legal, finance, startups, education, health and fitness, e-commerce, travel, construction, real estate, and much more. So very broad here, you know, letting them know I worked in a lot of industries, because on Upwork, you have to be broad. You can't really be niche as much as I wish that was the case. You have to be broad because the volume on the platform lends itself to broader agencies. So I go on to say, how can I help you? It's simple. I help businesses increase their revenue through Facebook ads and social media marketing. My number 1 focus is your ROI. So this is a really key line and business owners love to see this. My number 1 focus is their return on investment, because you have to remember business owners are investing in you. They're investing in you and your service. So if you're really highlighting that you put massive emphasis on their ROI, they really like that. I go on to say, I help with the following: campaign setup, creation, design, and optimization of ads, campaign testing, audience management and research, Facebook retargeting, campaign optimization, monthly performance reporting. So just really outlining exactly what they get when they work with me, and the more detail, the better, because the client likes that, obviously. Helping businesses scale to the next level is my passion. So if it sounds like we would be a good fit, get in touch and let's have a chat. And then I go on to say there's a free 30-minute consultation. I offer free consultation calls, so feel free to message me and we can discuss the best way to skyrocket your business's Facebook ads. So again, this is like another little trick you can use to hook them in. And when you get on that consultation call, you're going to get a feel for the client, you're going to get a feel for their project, and you're going to build a little bit of rapport and frame it as a consultation call because they'll really like that and they feel they're getting their value for free. So that is the bio. The bio is really important. That's the first thing the client is going to see when they click on your profile. So do not copy mine. That would kind of be counterproductive. What I would recommend doing is pull bits from mine that are relevant to you and your business. Then obviously add in bits that, make yours more original and relevant to you specifically. So feel free to take inspiration from mine, but I think it would be very counterproductive to go ahead and copy this. So as we scroll down here, we can see the work history. This is obviously where you do previous jobs and people leave you reviews. This is obviously very important because if you don't have good reviews, why would the client hire you? So obviously at the start, you're not going to get the most high paying jobs or the most lucrative jobs on the platform. So what I would recommend doing here is maybe doing some cheaper jobs, doing a really good job and getting some great reviews and building your portfolio up that way. But this is really important. You need to build this up because why would someone hire you over someone else who maybe has 25-star reviews? So keep this in mind and take a note of that. So as we scroll down here, we can see the portfolio. This is where we add previous work in of what we've done in the past. Here we can see Facebook ad results for me, and I've got multiple pages of this because I've obviously been doing this for a long time. But here's where you're going to want to add in past results. So the client can see, you've worked with someone in their similar niche or you've worked with someone in the similar ad spend, and they can see you can actually do what you say you can do. As we scroll further down here, we can see skills. So obviously I have social media advertising, Facebook ads, Facebook advertising, Instagram, Facebook, all stuff that is relevant to your skills. So go ahead and add in whatever it is you specialize in here in the skills section. Then as we scroll further down, you have things like testimonials and certifications. I haven't put too much in here because I don't think it's massively important or relevant, but you can put in things like Google Ads certifications from Google Digital's Garage and things of that nature. I don't think it's massively important, but it couldn't hurt if you have them certifications. So now we're finished optimizing our profile. Let's go ahead and start applying to jobs. So once you start applying to jobs, this is the home screen. This is what you will see. So you will get best matches here. These are like jobs that Upwork think fit you based on your skills and things that you've added to your profile. Not necessarily something I would use regularly. So I would go ahead and I would search, let's go for Facebook ads. So here we are with the results for Facebook ads, 9,216 jobs, which is absolutely incredible when you think about it. These are warm prospects that are actively looking for Facebook ads. So if that's something you offer, you have so much opportunity here. Over on the left side, we can see experience level, entry, intermediate, expert, then job type, fixed price. So you can really niche down in terms of what you're looking for. For the purpose of this, we are just going to look at the jobs as they are. So let's start scrolling down to see if we can find any good ones. This one I would not apply as it's in India because usually, they haven't got a big budget. So I would just ignore that one. This one, they're looking for more social media manager, which isn't really relevant to us. This one, they're looking for a media buyer for a cosmetic brand. So usually what you will find is if they use the term media buyer, then it's a company looking for an actual person to come in and run ads for that business. That's not what we're looking for as an agency. We are looking for Facebook ads. So we will keep scrolling. This one again, $15 to $20, not very relevant to us. Expert social media manager needed to develop a comprehensive course on social media management. Not massively relevant because it's more social media management. So we wouldn't really apply to that. We're looking for Facebook ads. Okay, here's a good one. My business partner and I run a small business on Facebook selling designer purses and luxurious blankets. We started the business on April 9th, 2022, and we've had some really good success. Okay, this sounds like a good job. Let's go ahead and apply to this one. Okay, once clicked into the job, this is what you will see. So Facebook and Instagram marketing, and you can see they've put a lot of detail into this. So I would usually read through this, get a feel for the project, and then scroll down and I would see other details about the project. So you can see skills and expertise. Then if you scroll down, you see activity on this job. This is really important. So it's got less than 5 proposals, which means it's fresh. So if you apply to this quickly, you can get in there and the people will see your proposal. There's a much higher chance of them seeing your proposal if there was, say, 30 proposals. So that's something I definitely look out for. I also look out for how many people they're interviewing. So currently they're interviewing 0 people, which is another really good sign. If they're interviewing like 10 people, then the chances are it's going to be very, very difficult to land that job. So this is looking really, really good. I would then scroll up and look at the client. They're in the United States, which is a good sign. Their payment method isn't verified, but they look like they're very new to the platform, which is, relatively normal. So I would go ahead and click apply now. So once you click apply now, it's going to bring you to a page that looks like this. And then it says what specialized profile you want to apply to. So essentially on Upwork, let's say you have multiple services you offer, in my case, Facebook and Google Ads, you can create specialized profile for that specific service. For the purpose of this video, I would just click general profile because the more you use the platform, you can then start using things like specialized profile. Not that important at the minute. So then scroll down and you will see terms. So the client's budget is obviously between $8 and $25, a lot lower than my hourly rate of $50. However, from experience, this isn't hugely important. If you build a good rapport and the client likes you, they can pay above what they had budgeted. So I wouldn't worry too much about this currently. Then we're down to the cover letter. So usually when I'm using Upwork, I will have my cover letter in another tab. Your cover letter is essentially a version of your bio and is what you use to apply to jobs. So here I put in my cover letter, and the first thing I do is customize it with their name. Now, fortunately here, they have actually included their name. So I would put in, hey Jamie, just to show the client you've done a bit of research, you see their name, customize it so it's not a template that they're getting sent 100 of on all their applications. Hey Jamie, just customizes it a little bit. Let's take out that comma. And then we say, I have a ton of experience in their niche. So let's scroll up here and see the niche, designer purses and luxurious blankets. So let's say, that's quite a unique niche. Let's say luxury fashion, as that's quite relevant. And that just shows, that this person has worked in their niche and they have a bit of experience, and it's gonna set you apart from the other applicants. Then my cover letter, there's a bit of emojis, creative copy, there's a bit of humor, and then there's some e-commerce case studies here. On my cover letter, I have two different ones. I have a cover letter for e-commerce and I have a cover letter for lead gen. So depending on the job, I will use either or. So go ahead and paste in your cover letter. It's going to be a variation of your bio, but it's going to be more for a job application. So I've scrolled through mine. You can take, again, do not copy this. It makes no sense to copy this, but take bits and pieces that are relevant to you, put in your own case studies, and then customize it for each and every job. So after that's done, we scroll down and we see Upwork's new boosting system. So essentially you use what's called connects. Connects are the currency of Upwork. And this is constantly changing as the platform evolves. So you can see here, first place is 8 connects, second place is 7 connects, and third place is 7 connects. So usually what I would do, just to be cost efficient, would always go for third place. And how we do that is we click select bid, we click on 7, and then we place our bid. So that means we are now in the top 3 applicants for this job. And what that means is when the client sees all the job applicants on their back end, they're tiered, and that's based on how many connects you bid as a freelancer. So it can be quite expensive if you're constantly going for first place. However, I know that if you go for third place, you still get seen and it's a lot more cost effective. So we go ahead and send that for 7 connects, and that should mean that we get seen by the clients. So let's go back here and look at another job, and let's scroll down, and you can see there is just constantly jobs being posted. So marketing expert, we're looking for an experienced marketing expert to help with strategy and execution for our company. This would primarily involve social media strategy, ads, and promotion, as well as conversion tracking. Again, this sounds like a great job. Let's look at this. So here we see the page for a marketing specialist, and they're looking for an experienced marketing specialist to help with strategy execution. Well, now what we want to see is they want ads, and they've included that. So this is a much bigger client. Now, what I don't like is they haven't included a lot of detail in their description. However, on the right-hand side here, we can see they've posted 86 jobs on Upwork. They've spent $31,000, and they are based in the United States. That's really, really good. That's what we want to see. This is a client, they're willing to spend money, and they've been on the platform for a long time. So if we scroll down here, you can see this job is a lot more popular. So 10 to 15 proposals, and they're interviewing a person already, which isn't the end of the world. So if we then scroll down, we can see the client's reviews. So who has worked with this client and what's the review? So surprisingly, they've actually got a bad review here. I do not recommend working with Nikita. If you receive invitation from him, run. That's quite surprising, because if we scroll up here, we can actually see that they have an overall 4.8 out of 5-star rating from 31 reviews. The next one down is 5 stars, and then the next one down again is 1 star. Usually what I would do is not apply to this job because it would feel like the client is not a good person to work with. However, I would make an exception here because overall they have 4.8 out of 5 stars. So usually if I scroll down here and I see a bad review, I will not apply to that job. However, this time I'm gonna make an exception because they look like a really good client and the job's a good fit. Usually you wanna see their average score here, which is 4.8 out of 5 stars. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply. Again, it's gonna bring us to a proposal page like this. We want to go with general profile, then scroll down and we're gonna put in our cover letter again, which we paste in. And then we know from the guy's reviews that the client's name is Nikita. So we put in Nikita. This time it does not mention their niche, so we can't really customize it on the niche end. So usually I would just say something like, I have a ton of experience in Facebook ads, and just leave it like that. Unfortunately, sometimes if they don't put a lot of information in their bio, you can't customize it any better than that. So let's leave it like that. So let's scroll down again to our bidding system, and you can see here it's different from last time. So the top bid for first place is actually 10 connects. Second place, 8 connects. However, as it's a fresh enough job, there's actually no bids on third place. So we would go ahead, select a bid, and let's go ahead and put in 6. That should get us up to third place. So you can see here, we're straight into third place, and then we go ahead and send that for 6 connects. So back to the job search. So here we go. Here's a job that would work if you're offering Facebook and Instagram ads. Here we are, looking for someone to create, test, scale, and monitor meta ad sets, audience testing, retargeting, video and images provided, some copywriting may be needed. So perfect. Let's go ahead and apply to this job. So this is what it looks like when you get onto the job page. You can see here is the job bio. Then they put in details here, 1 to 3 months, intermediate, $25 to $60, which falls within my hourly range. You can see over here on the right-hand side, they're based in the United Kingdom. And if we scroll down, we can see here proposals less than 5, interviewing 0, as this job is only up in the last hour, which is ideal for what we're looking for. This would be a good job to apply to. So again, click apply, and then it will take you to a page like this. Again, general profile, scroll down, they have their hourly rate in there. We want to paste our cover letter in. Now on a job like this, we don't have a name or we don't have a niche. So unfortunately, there's nothing really we can do there. We're just going to say something like, hey there. And then as said before, I have a ton of experience in Facebook ads. Unfortunately, this is going to probably look a little bit like a template to them, but there's just no way we can customize it. They are new to the platform. They've included little to no info in their job. So we just have to go with the flow and apply like that. We go down to the bidding system. Again, it's different than the last one. 8 for first place, 7 for second place, and 7 for third place. I would go ahead and bid 7, which is going to get us up there in the top 3, 4, and then go ahead and send that job. Okay, let's look for something maybe more competitive, because let's say it has a bigger budget, or due to the nature of the job, it's just very appealing to a lot of Facebook ad agencies. So if we scroll down, let's see if we can find anything. Okay, perfect. Seeking an experienced Google Ads specialist for hairbrush brand expansion. This is going to be really, really sought after, and you can see there 20 to 50 proposals. So here's what it looks like once you click into the job, and you can see here they include a lot of detail, and they actually go into specifics of average order values and profit margins, which shows they really know what they're talking about. This is an established brand. If we go over on the right hand side, we can see the reviews. They're based in the Netherlands. They've actually posted 70 jobs on Upwork, $79,000 spent, and obviously they're in the fashion and beauty niche. So if we scroll down, they have a question, describe your recent experience with similar projects, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then if we scroll down, they have 20 to 50 proposals on this, and they're interviewing 2 people. So this is a really, really competitive job. And then if we scroll down, we can see the reviews for the client. Can we get a name? We go to see more. Okay, perfect. We have a name, so we can customize our job application. Now, usually if this is a hyper competitive job, I would say, maybe stay away from it, but they're only interviewing 2 people, which means from the proposals, they haven't really found someone they like. So let's go up and let's go to apply to job. And again, it will bring you to a page that looks like this. You're going to go with general profile, and then you're going to scroll down and you're going to see the job post again. So we want to go down, we're applying with our hourly rate. And then again, we are putting in our cover letter. And from our research on the job post, we've seen that the guy's name is Crit. And then we want to say that we have a ton of experience in the beauty niche. Perfect. So great. I'm glad there's a question on this. So when you start applying to jobs on Upwork, you're going to be asked prospecting questions. Sometimes there's one, sometimes there's two, sometimes there's five. What you're going to do at the start is you're going to write down all these questions as you're applying to jobs. And at the end, you'll maybe have 25 questions that you get asked. Then you want to write in a really good answer to that question. And then you can copy and paste that answer when the question comes up like this. So I have my screening questions open beside me in a different tab, and I've just pasted in my answer for this question. So again, don't copy this, go and do your own. It makes no sense for you to copy this, but this is my answer, and that's what I put in for that specific question. If you have all the questions and your answers ready to go, you can do this so quickly. So that's how we do the questions. So as we scroll down, we can actually see the bid section on this job. You can see here, it is super competitive, 23 connects for first place. So if you're starting out on Upwork, this is just not gonna be sustainable because you actually have to purchase connects on the platform. And if you're bidding 23 connects per job, you're gonna burn through your connects pretty fast. So there's nothing really we can do here. We can't bid, which means we're not gonna be in the top 4 places, but what the good news is, on a job like this, where the person is obviously looking for an expert, they're going to go through their bidders in a lot of detail. So even though you're not going to be in the top 4, you're probably still going to be seen. So if you've got a good profile with good reviews, you're still going to get a chance. So we're just going to go ahead and send it for 8 connects. So I've given you a good feeler of what the jobs look like on Upwork, and you can see the trend. As you go through the jobs, you're going to pick the ones that are relevant to you and that have the budget that can afford you and your services, but there is just so much opportunity there. The jobs we just looked at were literally in the last 60 minutes on Upwork. So each day you're going to go through and pick out the jobs that are applicable to you and your agency, and you're going to start applying to them. So what do you do when you start getting responses? Let's start looking at my messages on Upwork. So once you start applying to jobs and people like your application, they are going to respond, and then you will get a message in your Upwork Messenger. So this is what it looks like on the back end. This is showing my cover letter, and then the client has obviously responded saying, "Hi Dylan, how are you? Are you available for a quick chat today?" And then this is where I actually pre-qualify them for our call. So I said, "Hey, great to meet you. Is it okay if I ask a few questions prior to the call?" And then I ask questions like, have you run ads before? What is your current monthly marketing budget? And how soon are you looking to get started? So this shows me, one, what do they know about ads? Have they run ads before? Are they knowledgeable on the topic? And what is their current monthly marketing budget? Because if their budget is $500, then they can't afford my agency service. So there's no point in me hopping on a call if they can't even afford me in the first place. And then I say, how soon are you looking to get started? Because it lets me know how eager they are to get going. Because if someone isn't really that interested in moving quickly, I probably don't want to be working with them. So she came back and she said, yes, I've run ads before. My monthly budget is $1,000. And how soon are you looking to start? She said ASAP. So unfortunately, $1,000 wouldn't really cut it in terms of working with my agency and I. So I said, look, hey, thanks for all the info. Unfortunately, I don't think we'd be able to work together based on your budget. And she said, no worries at all. Thanks for letting me know. So that avoided me hopping on a sales call with this client when they actually couldn't afford me in the first place. So this is a good lesson, as not all the responses you get on Upwork will actually turn into a call and actually turn into a client. So let's look at a conversation in Messenger that actually resulted in a call and actually resulted in a client close. So let's scroll down. Again, you can see my cover letter here. He comes back and says, hey Dylan, thanks for responding to my post. It would be good to have a chat around your experience and your thoughts. Are you around tomorrow to hop on a call? Hey, great to meet you. Absolutely. What time works for you? So this is really important. It's really, really vital that you work around the client and you hop on a call as soon as possible, because you can guarantee they're hopping on other calls and they'll have a lot of competition around the role. So you want to get to them as soon as possible. Great. See you then. And we get on the call. So that truly shows you how easy it is to get a response on Upwork and then hop on a call all immediately. This all happened in the space of a couple of hours and we had the call booked in. Let's look at another example. Here is another client that responded, hi Dylan, thanks for reaching out. Let's have a catch-up call tomorrow afternoon if that's okay with you. Hey, great to meet you. When works for a call? 15 minutes, I'll be free. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions beforehand? Yes. Have you run ads before? What is your current monthly marketing budget? How soon are you looking to get started? Yes, they've run ads before. Their daily spend is £50 to £60, which is about £1,500 per month. Just about meets my bare minimum. I said, okay, sounds good. Unfortunately, I have a few calls today. However, I could do tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning should be okay. What's your email? Gives out the email. That's booked in. Call secured. And this actually resulted in a close as well. So this just shows how much opportunity there is on the platform. If you're applying to X amount of jobs per day, I recommend 30 as a good base number. you will get responses, you will get calls, and you will get clients. So there we have it. That is a full walkthrough of how you can use Upwork to land 5 clients in 1 week, just like I did when I started. All you have to do is put in the work and stay consistent. I recommend over the next 7 days, you apply to 30 jobs per day on Upwork. 30 jobs multiplied by 7 is around 210 jobs. In my experience, because Upwork is all hot prospects, the average response rate is about 30%. However, let's be super conservative and say it's around 10%. 10% of 210 is 21 jobs. Let's say of those 21 responses, 6 don't book a call. That means you've got yourself 15 calls in 1 week. And with an average industry closing rate of 30%, that gets you to our magic number of 5 clients in 1 week. Now, if you're sitting there thinking that sounds sick, that's because it actually is. This is what I did to grow my agency really quickly. So get out there, get applying to jobs, and get growing your agency. Now, for those of you that want to take it up a level, I have a free 5-day email course linked in my bio where you can see how to land clients on other platforms too. And I also show you how to hire a team to do the work for you, as well as a full Facebook ads tutorial. So if you're interested, click the link in my bio. That's it for the video today. Drop a comment below if you enjoyed the content. And make sure to like and subscribe for more high value content in the coming weeks. I'll see you in the next one.